We'll give it another minute or so. I don't want to start too early if people are keen to start. So if you are going to be joining in for the workout, just loosen yourself up a little bit. I'll start introducing what the class is going to be like, but some of you which have maybe checked in earlier to see what was going on, but then this is the time that you put aside to get your workout in for the day. It would be good for you to join in and to get some calories burned. We had one guy today, he's actually one of the colleagues at Matrix Fitness, Alex, he's one of our master trainers in the UK. He burnt off 500 calories at the lunchtime workout. And believe me, as an ex-professional rugby player, he's a fit guy, so I'm sure he went for the harder progressions, but that was a great work. I know a few people which have done the workout already today have enjoyed it. A few people have posted online saying thank you, which is always nice to see. But we are literally coming up to start time, so if you are going to be joining us, hopefully you've got what you need to be ready. What I'm going to do is start to kick things off now. So I'm just going to hit my timer here. That will just allow me to keep in a good amount of time for you. So welcome to the Matrix Fitness workout. This is the 5 o'clock class, obviously. For those of you which are watching this as a playback, doesn't matter which workout you've done from today, they are all the same. The view is that we're going to change the workouts next Tuesday and next Thursday as well. So if you wanted to join, we'll do different workouts each time, but they'll be on a similar basis because I think this format quite well, and it kind of helps you build through progressions as well. So things that you will need is a mat and a drinks bottle, if that's what you do need. You're more than welcome to just do it on the carpet, maybe out in the garden, depends on where your workout's going to be. So what we're going to be doing is a full body conditioning workout for 30 minutes. During this, I will give you 3 progressions, three options of different progressions that you can pick. So that way then, whatever your fitness level is, you'll be able to find a workout within this setup as well. One of the things that we're going to be doing is taking you through some jumping exercises, but we do progress you up into those exercises as well. So the nice thing about that is you will learn the movement and ready for our big finale where you're going to work hard. We're going to start off pretty much at any time now. So if you are ready, make sure you've got a little bit of space. In terms of space, you are probably going to be traveling around about a couple of meters from side to side. I'm sure we're all familiar with how far a couple of meters is now because we are literally trying to keep that distance apart from each other as well. So a couple of meters from side to side is really all you do need. We're going to be, as I say, going through some jumping. So if you'd like to come into some of the harder progressions, please join me, but I will give you options as well. What we're going to do is we're going to start you up for a warm-up, and then as we go with that warm-up, every 30 seconds we'll change the exercises. We will give you a couple of recovery points during the workout, and one of the benefits of doing it in this style is every exercise that we do during the workout, you're going to do once to learn, and then the second time you do it, you'll be able to go through different options, whether you want to work a little bit harder, or you'll start to know what the exercise is going to be as well. So to begin with, what I'm going to do is just to start walking on the spot. If you can start to bring your knees up, as and when that starts to feel comfortable, so every couple of repetitions, just start to bring knees up a little bit higher. See if you can extend up onto your tiptoes if you can as well. The whole goal here is just to start to activate the calves, activate through the hips, and start to get all those glute muscles, quad muscles all ready for the workout as well. Okay, now what we're going to do is just open up the arms. So we're going to create a box here. So think about top left, top right, and then go bottom left, bottom right. And we're alternating arms. So the goal here is just to start to stretch through the shoulders. Maybe you've been working all day and you're just feeling a bit tight. Maybe it's just a little bit of stress. It's not as a particularly easy time at the moment for anybody. So if you're just trying to loosen up some of the neck muscles as well, releasing the tension through the chest can start to help take some of the tension away from some of the neck muscles as well. Okay. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is just take a half a squat for me. So we're just going to lower your hips a little bit. Now it's not looking for deep range yet. What I'm looking for you to do is literally just start to move your hips towards your heels. Now, if you can try and keep your back nice and straight when you're doing this, that will help you a lot. The whole goal behind this one is just starting to activate the muscles. So it's not the depth that we're looking for at the moment. Trust me, we will go through plenty of deep ranges of movements later on during the workout. This is just the preparation for getting you working a little bit as well. And you're going to start to get those muscles activated, and then what we're going to start to do is to increase your heart rate, and that's just going to be a jumping jack. So all we're doing here is just taking your arms wide and your legs wide. Then you can see that the hands are coming up to around about shoulder height. And we're going to revisit this exercise later on, which is when you can start to challenge yourself a little bit further. So if you can just start to get your heart rate up a little bit here, We'll just go for another 5 seconds, so just a few more. And then what we're going to do is some reverse lunges. Good work. Okay, now you're going to need a little bit of space behind you, so if you need to turn sideways or you're facing towards me, it's absolutely fine. You're going to take a deep lunge down towards the floor, but if you find that you are a little bit stiff, you can always go into a little bit less range, and then maybe just progress that distance that you travel down each time. Everything that we do today is going to be progressive. So hopefully you just now to drop that knee a little bit lower now. Good. And you can see I'm reaching my arm up. This helps keep a little bit of balance, but it also just helps keep a little bit of timing. Now, imagine you've got a skip rope in your hand, and just start to skip the rope. Now, obviously, the benefit of not necessarily needing the skip rope is, one, you can't let it up. And that's a big thing. A lot of people, when they're skipping, you'll see little red marks on the back of their legs where they've caught themselves and so on. Just take this little bit side to side. Good. So all we're doing here is getting your heart rates up a little bit more. Just a few more seconds. Good work. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is a punch. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 punches, jump 180 degrees, 1, 2, 3 punches, and then swap. Good. Now, every time we throw these punches, I want you just to start thinking about getting a little bit more speed into the hands. So we want to keep the heart rates up, but at the same time, just starting to try and keep your body moving so we can start to loosen up the body and activate it all at the same time. Okay, good. Now we're going to take a half squat like we did before, and we're just going to jump up. So half squat and jump this time. And the reason why we're doing this one is, again, building up the muscle activation in the legs, because we do have some jumping exercises later, but at the same time, it's just about getting you to move quicker off the floor. Some of the exercises that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing explosive movements, because they are great for giving you tone, definition, strength, but also a little bit of speed in your movement as well. Okay, let's go jumping jacks, but a little bit higher this time. Good work. So now you can see that my arms, and your arms hopefully, are going over the shoulders and bring them up above the head as well. The bigger you jump out wide, then the better it's going to be. We're also going to start to activate the muscles on the inside and the outside of the legs. Ready for some of the exercises we've got coming up as well. Everything's going to be progressive, everything's going to be challenging you, but you've got loads of options to take it to whatever level you want it to be. Okay, check this one out. We're going to take a little bit of a jump from side to side. So just here, just here. So just a little bit of a jump from side to side. Use your arms to create a little bit of space and swing forwards and backwards. The idea behind those arms is just creating a little bit of momentum, just so you can start to load through the muscles a little bit more. Got a little bit of recovery to come in just around the corner as we finish this warm-up. Okay, shake yourself out. If you need to grab a drink, please do it any time. What we're going to be doing is our first exercise. Check this out. Arms go up above the head, lower your hips towards your heels, and then stand yourself back toward again. The arms are going to stay up there the whole time, okay? 15 seconds, then we're going to start these. These overhead squats are great for developing the strength in the core, the glutes, but it does challenge the arms because they're staying up. Here we go. 45 seconds of work. Let's get going. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do this exercise twice, but in a circuit format. So after this exercise, we'll do a second exercise and a third, and then we'll repeat this first. And then as we go through each single circuit, then you'll start to know the exercises a little bit more, and you'll be able to push yourself a little harder, or make the amendments that you need to as well. So even at the moment, if you're starting to struggle, you can bring your arms down if you need to. You can take the range a little bit easier if you need to as well. Just 10 seconds of work to go, and then we're going to move on, after a little bit of recovery, onto your second exercise. Good work. Give me one more. Good, okay. 15 seconds recovery. Here comes your next exercise. It's going to be a speed skating. So we're going to travel from one side over to the other. So for this one, you're just going to push from one side over onto the other and just moving the feet narrow at the end, okay? Here we go, 45 seconds. Push from one side to the other. Good. And you can see I'm starting to drive my arms here just around to keep my balance. Helps me keep my athletic stance. And we're just moving from one side to the other. Great exercise to turn up for the glutes, this one. So for all of those of you which are missing doing your weights in the gym, Still a great exercise to make sure you're incorporating into your workouts as well. Also really good for runners as well. Just make sure you get a good stretch across them afterwards as well. They can tighten by doing exercises like this. 10 seconds to go, then a little bit of recovery. We should find that your heart rates are up now, but at the same time you are challenging yourself, so that's never a bad thing. Okay, 15 seconds rest. Check out the next one. We're now going to jump from one side over to the other. You're going to use your arms and down into a squat position as well. Now these lateral jumps are designed to challenge you. Let's go, 45 seconds, movement. A little bit of height at the top and sink down into the squat at the bottom as well. You can use your arms to create a little bit of momentum, and I'm fine with that. Never a bad thing, just to start to move your body in a naturally athletic position where you use your arms to gain yourself a little bit of speed and a little bit of distance side to side. Keep it going, you've got just over 20 seconds to go. See if you can get that depth of squatting as well. Good work. 15 seconds to go, then you get your 15 seconds breather. And that'll be the circuit complete, and then we go around and do all these exercises again. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake it out. So 15 seconds recovery, and then we go back around and do the first exercise again. It's overhead squats, remember. As I just grab my breath back a little bit, arms going to go extended up. Okay, shoulder blades back and down, hips go down towards the heels. Deep squat if you can. That's great. So you'll find that your heart rate does come down doing this one, and that's fine. We've pushed them up. Now we get a chance to recover for your cardiovascular fitness, while we start to develop your strength in your legs as well. So the depth of the squat is important to us. The straightness of your spine is also important. Try and keep yourself looking straight ahead. That'll help keep your range and your angles really nice and safe as well. Good. So this is the third time we've done this workout today. So if any of you have checked in before, I hope you've done it at least once. Last 3, 2, let's do one more. Okay, 15 seconds rest. That's just still another one from you. Okay, speed skaters coming up. Dynamic movement over to the side. Find as much range as you can. Remember those athletic arms that we've just been building to. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. And drive from one side to the other. The foot comes onto the inside of your opposite foot. So as you start to travel, try to push yourself from side to side. If you can get a little bit lower, that's going to challenge you a little bit more. So you pick the range, the depth, the intensity that you need this workout to be. This will be the last time you do this speed skater, but we do have some other exercises which are coming up. So push yourself now. During this second round of exercises, give yourself the biggest challenge that you can feel comfortable doing. And we will go down to the floor where we're going to do some based exercises where your heart rate will come down as well. Last 5 seconds. Keep pushing from side to side. Make it dynamic if you can. And release there. Good. Okay. Lateral jumps. Then we give you the recovery. Okay. Lateral jumps. Jumping from one side over to the other. Using those arms again. Make it a big dynamic jump if you can from one side to the other. Let's go for this. Down into that deep squat if you can. Good. Excellent. The speed at which you move. The depth of which you go down. The power through the legs. Maybe think about jumping a little higher if you can. You've got 30 seconds to go. And I want you to keep this intensity up if you can. Of course, if you need to take a breather, I understand. But I want you to try and work yourself. Good. Just come down to your last 15 seconds. Work as much as possible. Keep driving. I'll give you the recovery around the corner. Keep pushing yourself. Give me 8 seconds more. Last little bit. Go on, can we go 2 more in? Last one. Oh, that's burning. Good work. Excellent. Okay, so we take 45 seconds rest where you grab your mat, grab a little drink if you need to, and we'll head down towards the floor. So if you have got a mat, that's great. If not, you can use a towel. You can fold the towel in half if you need to. Various options that you can do. Okay, so we're going to go down to the floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to be facing towards the floor in a plank position. Okay, in that holding position, you're going to bring your hand towards your shoulder, place it back out in front of you, and then do the opposite side, okay? So let's get you ready. We're starting in 3. Come up onto your tiptoes if you can. And then from here, what we're going to do is slowly tap the shoulder from side to side. When you're doing this one, it's minimal shift from side to side. So think about trying to hold your body still. My top tips would be trying to squeeze your butt cheeks and your quads tight together so they try and create as much tension through the core of the body. It will also allow you to think about maybe pushing your big toe down into the floor, and that will really help you stabilize as well. Try and get as much work into these as you can. 10 seconds left to go. The slower the better on these, but it is tough. Hang in there. Just give me one more repetition and relax there. Good job. Okay, let's take a lie down onto your backs now. The next exercise we've got coming up is a V-sit. I'm going to give you a little demo on this one. So the arms are going to reach up above the head. You're going to come up towards your toes and then rest yourself back down. Okay? The longer you make your body, the better this exercise is going to be for you. But it also makes it more challenging as well. So if you need to, you can always go knees to elbows and then back down. But I'm going to encourage you to try and go for the bigger options if you can. Reach up towards your toes and breathe out. Breathe in as you lower yourself back down. Breathe out and reach up. Breathe in and lower yourself back down. The whole goal is to try and keep your body long and tall. You've got just 15 seconds to go. Great stomach exercise. Also starts to work through the lower back, especially on the way back down when you have to lower your body slowly as well. Let's do one more. And relax there. Okay, roll over onto your side for me. We're going to be doing a side plank. So what I'd like you to do is get your elbow underneath your shoulder in a really strong position. Feet stacked upon each other and lift your hips up. Let's go. Bring your hips up high, reach your arm up if you can. If you need to bring that hand down to the floor just for a little bit of stability, that's absolutely fine. But try and hold yourself in a really strong position if you can. That's good. Now when you're holding these planks, try and think about pushing your hips up all the time. A lot of people's hips start to come down, especially over as the time goes. You really want to be strong, holding that position firmly. Let's swap over the sides as quick as you can. Feet stacked upon each other. Then lift that hip up as high as you can again. Just 20 seconds here as well. Reaching that hand up high, squeezing your butt cheeks and your quads. That will hold your core in a higher position. Think about pushing your hips up towards the ceiling, and that'll be a really strong position. Remember, you can do this one if you wanted to with your feet apart. That'll give you a little bit more stability. So it's all about the options that you've got at any time. Try and hold that position, keep it strong. Okay, relax there. Okay, now we'll go back to our plank with our shoulder taps. Now, the challenge on this one is to move a little bit slower. The slower you work, the harder this exercise is. Okay, so let's set you up for this plank position, and then real slow motion shoulder taps on one side, back to the center, and then over to the opposite side. And the whole goal is minimal shift from side to side. The more you start rocking and rolling, the more momentum is being used, and that's not going to help you. You might start working out if you place your hand right underneath your shoulder, you get a little bit more stability. Think about maybe almost pushing your shoulder blade in towards the floor to help you hold that position. Good. So last couple. Last one. And relax. Okay, back down to the V-sits. So down onto the floor. Remember the V-sits on this one. So it's going to be elbows to knees as your easier options if you're starting to get tired. But if you can, extend your arms and legs out. And it's a whole 45 seconds of bringing your fingertips up towards your toes. Okay, so breathe out as you come up. Breathe in as you lower yourself back down. Good. Now the bigger the range of movement, the better. We already know this one. Think about that breathing as well. Breathe out. Breathe in as you lower yourself back down. Breathe out. Breathe in as you come back down. Exhale as you reach up towards your toes. Think about blowing your toes away. Lower your legs back down with control as you breathe in with good control. Just 10 seconds to go, and then we go on to our side planks. Bring yourself up. 5 seconds. Always time for at least one more. Good, and relax. Okay, roll over onto your side. So it's going to be our side planks. Now, again, on this one, you can always extend it up onto your arm if you want to as well. But elbow underneath shoulder is perfectly fine if that's your option for today. Feet together, option to make it harder, you can always lift your leg up as well. Let's go for this. Bring yourself up. Hold that really strong plank position. Extending the leg just gives you a little bit of a progression if you can. I'm looking for you to hold here for 10 seconds. If at any time you need to, you can always bring your feet back together. Push your hips up high, reach your fist up towards the ceiling, or up towards the sky if you're outside enjoying this. Okay, bring yourself back down. Let's swap it over as quick as you can, over into the opposite side. And push yourself back up again. We're going to give you 30 seconds rest after this exercise, so try and push yourself as high as you can. Just give me 15 seconds of work, and I'll give you 30 seconds recovery. It's always a good deal, I think. Push your hips up as high as you can, feet strong together, fist reaches up towards the ceiling on the sky. Hold that position as strong as you can in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's get rid of these mats. Okay, so we've had your heart rates coming back down a little bit. It's time to elevate the heart rates up a little bit more. Create that space around you. We've got a pop-up sumo squat. Here's what it looks like. Feet turned out slightly. Benefit of this means that we can get a little bit deeper, reach down towards the floor, and you're going to push off the floor in a rapid position, okay? Remember, we do all these exercises twice, 45 seconds of work, every single time, okay? Let's get you ready in 3, 2, 1. Sumo squat and pop up. So what you're looking to do is to try and keep your hips going down towards your heels. Now we talked about this in the warm-up and also in our first round of exercises. See if you can push off the floor as quick as you can and get that range, so get up high if you can. It's a great exercise, especially for working through the legs, but it can tire them out. So do as many repetitions as you can. You do get your recovery at the end of this one. Just 20 seconds of work to go. Option is to bring your heels together if you would like a little bit more of a progression, okay? So if you want it, you can pick it up to any intensity you want it to be. Last 10 seconds of work. Try and keep your head up nice and tall, back stays straight, hips go down towards your heels, and then push off the floor and relax there. Okay, 15 seconds recovery. Next, coming up with jumping jacks. We first did our jumping jack to here. Then we started to work you, and we came up to here. Your third option on this one is taking your arms right up above the head and all the way back down. The benefit of doing this is it takes your arms over your head, which elevates your heart rate as well. Let's go for it. So it's all about your fitness on this exercise. We want your heart rate to get back up. This is the calorie burning section. This is where we're going to start to create a little bit of demand for your fitness as well. For those of you who are just spending a lot of time in front of screens, sitting down, it's little moments like this that elevate your heart rate, that will keep your fitness levels up while you are in those isolation times. Last 10 seconds of work to go. Then you've earned your regressions. Good work, good work, good work. Last couple. Okay, take a little breather. Coming up next is the pinnacle of our exercises today. It is the burpee. Wouldn't be a workout without a burpee. Here's an easy option for you. You walk out, walk in, and stand up. Let's go for option 2. Jump out, jump in, stand up. If you want to, adding in a jump at the top of that movement is going to push your fitness even more. So do whatever you can to try and push yourself a little bit further. Good work. Big reach up into the sky as you can. With just 20 seconds left to go, try and get as many repetitions as you can. I know you've got that range of movement if you push yourself. And I know you're fitter than what you thought. Try and do as much as what you can. Time for 2 more. Let's do this. Get out, get in, push off, and one more time. Out, in, and get up, get up, get up. Ah, brilliant. 15 seconds recovery. Take the option on board. Let your heart rate come down a little bit. Now we've got the pop-up squat coming up, okay? So coming off the floor, pushing back up again. This is where we're going to keep the heart rate going. Let's do this. Pop-up squat. Let's get going. Remember the options. Bring your heels together, or you just bring your feet together. Okay, so the feet come together if you're on the floor. Getting up into the air is where you can clap your heels together. A bit like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. Just clap those heels together enough, and hopefully this will all go back to normal. Last 5 seconds to go. So you can get those last couple in. I'll give you the recovery just around the corner and relax there. Okay. Whew. 15 seconds, and we've got jumping jacks. Still looking to push those fitness levels up, so stay with me. I know it's hard. I know you would like to stop, but it's working through the tough times. That makes you better. 2, 1, let's go. Get those arms right up above the head if you can. This is where you get to push your fitness levels a little bit higher. So try and do as much as possible. You've got easier options of making this lower impact, like we did at the beginning of the workout. If you're just tuning in, well, we're on the homeward straight. So do the harder options if you can, if you're just tuning in, because those are the sort of times when you really get just a short amount of time to push yourself a little bit further. 15 seconds of jumping jacks to go. Stay with me if you can. Arms going up above your head. You're doing a really good job. Just keep that push. Legs wide, arms high. Last 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Okay. Burpees. Just one more time, please. Do what you can do. 45 seconds of work. Starts in 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. We go out, we come in. We push up into the air if you can. Out, in. And push up. If this is your workout for the day, try and do as much as possible. Then you get to enjoy your evening. We had a guy at lunchtime who hit 500 calories doing this workout. I thought that was pretty impressive. Let's see if anyone can match that. Just 15 seconds more to go. As much work as possible. Keep working hard. Last 10 seconds, you can do this. Out, in, push off the floor. Let's go again. We jump out, we jump in, push off. One more. Last 3 seconds. And you are there. Oh, well done. Get your breath to come back to you a little. Just open up your arms. Just like we did in the warm-up. Just keep your shoulders moving, allowing your heart rate to come back down. Really good work, guys. Really nice. It's tough. It's a tough exercise. But the benefit of those burpees is the fitness, the leg exercises, even engaging through the upper body as well. Good work. Just take your hands behind, lift your chin and chest up, push your hands back away from the lower back. Good. Coming up next, we're going to go into an adductor stretch. Let's take your feet wide. We're going to turn one foot out towards the side. Lean over so your weight has shifted. You can rest your elbow just on the thigh. And then if you wanted to, reach your arm up into the air and really try and stretch through your fingertips as well. It's really important to get a good stretch in after doing training like this. The muscles do work hard. They work in quite an explosive way, so to get a stretch in them will help them recover. Might not always get away the stiffness and the soreness, but it's always good work. Let's swap it over to the opposite side. Transfer your weight over to the opposite side. Extend the arm up if you can. Reach up as high as possible. Reach through the fingertips. Drop into your leg a little bit more, just so try and always get a deeper stretch through the thighs as well. And we're going to go down to the floor. So come and join me down into a kneeling position. We're going to go into a press-up position. We're going to do a couple of yoga-inspired moves, an up dog and a down dog. So, while you just hold yourself in a press-up position, lower your knees towards the floor with your hips pushed down towards the floor. Then lift your chin and chest up high so you get a stretch through the front of the hips. Now, if you want to take your knees off the floor, that's absolutely fine. And then from here, what I want you to do is transfer your weight backwards. So push through the hands, stick your bum up in the air, look over towards your toes. And as you're in this one, you can start to walk your heels down a little bit further, just to help start to stretch through the back of the legs as well. They've done a fair bit of work as well, so just allow those to recover. Good, well done. Now from here, bring your foot up towards your hand, and then reach the hand that was just next to your foot up into the air. What we're looking for here is to reach up towards the ceiling. Now, if you really want to get a deeper stretch here, think about pushing that leg behind you further away with your heel. So the more you push that heel away, the deeper the stretch is going to be at the front of your thighs, and that's important. Okay, let's bring this down and swap it over to the opposite side. Push the back heel away, look up towards your fingertips if you can. Try and hold that deep stretch. Good, excellent. Bring yourself back down, and we're going to just go into a quadricep stretch, okay? So what you do, you can either lie on the floor, take your foot into the palm of your hand. If you feel more comfortable doing these stood up, that's absolutely fine. It's all about what you want to get your workout done. As I'm down on the floor already. Push your foot into the palm of your hand. So this way you can start to get a big stretch. That thigh muscle might be burning after doing a fair bit of jumping work, so you did a great job. But push the foot into the palm of the hand, moving your knee back behind your hips slightly just to get into the hip flexors a little more. Okay, let's swap it over to the opposite side. So just transition over to one side to the other. Take hold of the hand and the foot, combine them together and push the foot into the hand. Your knee just slightly behind your hip and try and get that deep stretch in. Thanks so very much for joining me today. It's been a tough workout for some of you. For those of you who have done it a couple of times today, well done, that's fantastic. And we'll be back next Tuesday and Thursday for some more workouts as well. So we're going to be looking at 7:45 in the morning, 12 o'clock and 5 o'clock as well. So hopefully we'll see some of you back next week. Have a great weekend and look after yourselves.